I'll start off by giving you some light humor. In Russian, there's a saying, "Besplatna sir tolko bывает mishkelovka." The only free cheese you get is in a mousetrap. So hopefully, this is my way of paying for dinner, although I'm not having dinner. And another one is from a Soviet general who said, "No speech should be too long, that there's not enough time for the holiday." So I'll try and keep my speech short. I looked up the word because I dropped out of school. I didn't finish high school. And I looked up the word trailblazer, the meaning of it in the dictionary. And it said, a person who is first to do something, an innovator. So I guess trailblazers tonight are first in doing something. And that reminded me of the trail, because trailblazing requires you to blaze through the trail in the wilderness. The last time I was on a trail was walking across Costa Rica from the Caribbean to the Pacific Ocean, about 300 kilometers, which took me about 12 days over many mountains. Some days we were walking for 12 hours, 40, 50,000 steps. And that reminded me of climbing mountains. And when you climb mountains, it's not about getting to the top of the mountain. I climbed several big mountains in my life. One of them is in South America called Aconcagua, and that took me about a month to climb. And it wasn't about conquering the mountain or reaching the summit. It was more about conquering the mind, because I believe the biggest problem we have in Zimbabwe today is our mindsets. So we should try to conquer our minds before we conquer anything else. And talking about mountain climbing, I remember meeting Sibusiso Vulani, who was the first African to reach the summit of Everest after 60 days of waiting at base camp. Climbing a mountain requires patience, it requires dedication, it requires discipline. And to conquer any big mountain, you need to break it down into smaller pieces and do one stage at a time. Often you have to climb up and then come down again, either to climatize or to wait for good weather. And I believe we are climbing a mountain here in Zimbabwe, today, tomorrow, next month, next year, and for the next 10 years. I believe we're climbing a big mountain, and it's going to require us to have patience and dedication, diligence, and discipline. And there's another saying that talks about mountains, talks about people. There are those who climb mountains, and there are those who remain in the valley, in the shadows of the mountain, and critique those who climb the mountains. So I stand before you here, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, all protocols observed, deeply humbled, honored to accept this prestigious award. I truly am grateful for the recognition. And running under the theme of promoting a healthy and mutually supportive community, I do believe the Zimbabwe Trailblazer Awards is a testament of the work we are doing in our Zimbabwean community to foster growth and to foster unity. I like the song about unity. It reminded me of my daughter who says, "Together we stand, and divided we fall." This is in line with the organizers' inclusive approach that is aimed at recognizing and honoring outstanding achievements within our diverse communities. I'd like to take this opportunity and talk a little about our company, Westprop. After not finishing high school, I turned out to get accepted to Harvard Business School. And 5 years ago, I went to do a 3-year program there. COVID interrupted a bit, but I eventually graduated. And the most important thing they taught us, after studying about 140 case studies of various companies, was far more important than a business plan, than financial management accounts, more important than even a vision or mission statement, is actually having a strategy statement. And we've developed our own strategy statement at Westprop, which is to put 1 billion bricks in the ground by 2050. We are very focused on 1 billion bricks because that's the number of bricks that's required to build out the buildings on the land that we own. 1 billion bricks in today's value is about $5 billion. But by 2050, it will certainly be in excess of $15 billion. You could ask why we've done that. It's to put a roadmap clearly for everyone to see and understand where we're going, why we're going there, and by when we will get there. These things are really important to our company, to stay focused and not be distracted by the here and now and the small things that tend to pass by you. You know, I often talk about the lioness in her hunt, that she aims at a target and never takes her eyes off it, remains totally focused until that either the prey she's chasing, she kills it or it escapes. Every day we live and breathe the vision of putting 1 billion bricks in the ground. And the results of the hard work can be seen being honored to receive an award like this tonight. One can say that through the work we are doing, we are truly bringing Dubai to Zimbabwe. We are building Zimbabwe 1 brick at a time. We're also promoting a healthy and mutually supportive community. I often say I'm not selling properties, but I'm selling hope. Hope in a better Zimbabwe, hope in a brighter future, where we have healthy and mutually supportive communities that we are building. However, to achieve that goal of supportive communities, we need to stand together as one nation, as one people, driven by the same goal to leave a better Zimbabwe for future generations. I often say I'm not building the Zimbabwe of today. I'm a man of the future. I live in 2050 and see it every day. And that's why I'm not concerned about the today or tomorrow or even 10 or 20 or 30 years from now. I'm looking at Zimbabwe in 50 years' time and beyond that. And I'm very confident of that Zimbabwe. This award is not just mine. It belongs to the whole of West Prop. We have our sales and marketing team here tonight. And I'd like to acknowledge their exceptional hard work. It is through this hard work and resilience that we've been able to strive for excellence, create an environment of a high-performance culture, and to reach new heights every month and every year. And I'd like them to be recognized this evening also. I would be amiss not to recognize and express my profound appreciation, firstly to my wife, because they say behind any good man is a better woman, but also to the industry and community that we serve. All of you here tonight, our colleagues, our competitors, our suppliers, our customers. It is through your unwavering support and collaboration that I stand here before you tonight on behalf of West Prop. And as we make a meaningful impact in our community and country at large, I would like to thank you all. I would like to thank the Zimbabwe Trailblazers Award as I accept this award with immense gratitude, acknowledging that it represents the collective effort of all those who have been instrumental in my journey and the journey of the company. As our chairman says, the best is yet to come. I'm confident that this year of ours at West Property is certainly the best of what we've had to date, and the best is yet to come. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.